Okay, very good. So we'll talk about the first point, and that is measurement of value creation, and then we talk about the deep understanding of valuation. Link the valuation with the business and the purpose of business. Rest of the things become automatically understood by you. Thirdly, we come to the one concept in finance which is most significant. Most significant. Whether you are talking about the valuation, forex management, investment analysis, portfolio management, securities management, mergers, acquisitions, reporting, everything that you do as a cost accountant, chartered accountant, company secretary, MBA, whether as a practicing professional or as a working professional, this one concept, remember, you cannot do without in your professional life. You know what that concept is? You know what that concept is? And that is the reason I have given the title most important yet least discussed and understood. We'll talk about that concept. And I can tell you at this point in time itself, and that concept is cost of capital. Are you with me? Can you do valuation without cost of capital? Any one of you? Is it possible to do the valuation without cost of capital? Just impossible. Can you do portfolio management without the concept of cost of capital? No. Can you do capex decisions without cost of capital? Can you calculate IRR without cost of capital? Can you calculate NPV without cost of capital? You cannot. Can you calculate intrinsic value without cost of capital? You cannot. And based on my experience, not only of passing the exam, but also based on my experience of 35 years in the industry, I realized that this is one concept which has to be thoroughly understood by anyone and everyone who is in the field of finance. Not only he has to understand this concept of cost of capital, but he also has to understand its relationship with everything in finance, and that is what we would do. And I'm sure you will find it very, very interesting. Sometime back, I had delivered the same training programs for another RPO on Pan India. So I delivered this program in Chennai, Calcutta, Jaipur, Mumbai, and one more place. So 5 places I delivered this program, and I discussed the cost of capital for 1 hour. I'm sure you can imagine कि cost of capital क्या है उसमें 1 घंटे discuss करने का, but you realize. And they recorded this and it was uploaded on YouTube, and it really became quite viral with the people in the finance. So today also we are recording it in any case, so we would upload this. So cost of capital we would cover. Then we look at the approaches and methodologies, right? और मैं आपको बताऊं, can somebody tell me what is the difference between the approach and the methodology? Are they same or they different? They are different. What comes first, method or approach? Approach. Very good. So so we will be discussing. And what are the approaches that you have? What are the approaches of valuation that you have? Number 1, cost. Number 2, income. Number 3,
market value.
Cost, income, market. What about asset approach? Do you also read something about asset approach? Do you?
Yes. Replacement.
Yeah? Replacement of?
Asset.
I'm saying asset approach. Asset approach is replacement of what?
When?
Okay, so you have income approach, you have market approach, and you have a cost approach. And in the literature on valuation, some people, instead of writing cost approach, they would write asset approach. And why I am sharing this with you, so that tomorrow when you are preparing for the exam And if you come across this term at one time it is saying cost approach, other time it is saying asset approach, then you should not get confused कि ये क्या चौथी approach है which I have missed. No, there is no fourth approach, only three approaches. Cost approach and the asset approach are used interchangeably. And see, this is the flaw sometime in the literature. All of you, can you ever think that the cost and the asset are synonymous to each other? Can you? Is cost synonymous to asset? You need to incur cost for acquiring an asset. But remember, it's not necessary that every time you incur a cost, you acquire an asset, isn't it? So many times you incur a cost, you are just incurring an expense. You are not creating an asset. But they use this term twice in two different the same. So they are using it interchangeably. So and please remember, because ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपने जब पूरी एग्जाम की तैयारी करी तो आपने बार बार ये पढ़ के लिया कि there are three approaches: income approach, market approach, cost approach, income approach, market approach, cost approach, income approach, market approach, cost approach. और क्वेश्चन आया एग्जाम में, what are the three approaches of valuation are income approach, market approach, asset approach, and something more. Now you will get confused if you are not aware, because all this while what you have read, it is cost approach. What is the option given to you? Asset approach. And that confusion can take away your 1 mark. And remember, in this examination, every single marks count. Not only it will take your 1 mark away. Please remember, it will take you 1.25 mark away. वो खुद तो जाएगा ही जाएगा, आपकी कमाई को भी लेके जाएगा कि जो आपने कुछ कमाया ना दूसरी जगह से अच्छे आंसर देके उसमें से 25% वो लेके चला जाएगा. So that is what it is. So those are, and then of course methodology. I am glad methods are under the approaches. So under the income approach there are 2 methods. Under the asset approach there are 4 methods. Under the market approach there are many methods. So we would understand as to what all those are. Then we would understand what is equity, because the topic that you have, it says equity and business valuation. Are they same or they are different? Different. So if they are different, what is the difference?
Business valuation means entire valuation and equity is limited to equity.
Okay, very good. Yeah.
Business includes all sources of finance.
Business includes all sources of finance, and equity?
Equity.
Only equity, right? So is it possible to find out the business valuation on the basis of the equity valuation?
Yeah.
So if the equity valuation is given to you,
Yes.
would you be able to find out what is the value of the entire business?
No.
Yes.
No.
Why not?
Because equity is a part of business value.
Yeah, तो आपको इक्विटी पर शेयर की वैल्यू मिल गई आपको, है ना? तो पर शेयर वैल्यू मालूम है आपको. You also know the number of shares outstanding. दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई कर दो.
Market cap.
हाँ, so market cap is nothing but the business value. Is that correct? It's partly correct. Because business valuation का मतलब है value of the business as a whole. और as a whole का मतलब है equity value and the debt value. Are you with me? Business valuation मतलब value of the entire business. And okay, तो अब इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है business valuation is equal to value of equity plus value of debt. Are you with me everybody? Right? So वो दोनों को total कर दो तो फिर आपको पूरे business की value मालूम पड़ जाएगी. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर आपको per share value मालूम है, are you with me on that? If you know the per share value, multiply it with the number of shares, it will give you equity value. To add to this figure, you add your value of the debt. Add them together, and what you get is the enterprise value. So you call it business value, you call the enterprise value, both mean the same thing. Enterprise can give business as a whole. Business, of course, as a whole. So this is the understanding that we have, and I'm glad that you already have that understanding. Fixed income securities is another topic. So there are different securities that you and I have to value as a valuer. So what are the fixed income? What are those fixed income securities? And how do you understand them? How do you find out the yield? How do you find out the duration? How do you find out the YTM? What is the relationship between the YTM and the coupon rate and the value of the security, ये सारा हम समझेंगे. And finally जो कल का एक और टॉपिक जो रह गया था परसों का, how to prepare, write and pass the exam, that also we will cover today. So this is the friends agenda that we have for today.